Hey bitches, it's Holland. What's good? So, as you can see by the title, I'll be creating a K-pop boy group of 7 Western artists. I will be displaying each of the members' positions, why I chose them to be in this group, as well as their designated companies and concept. So now let's get into the video. The first member I chose was Bruno Mars because for this group I wanted them to have a more mature R&B boy crush vibe similar to the one EXO has, and I feel like Bruno Mars could fit that aesthetic easily. He would be a lead vocalist because has very nice mixed voice that suits the concept well, and because out of all the members I chose in this group he has one of the most developed voices and knows how to manipulate his vocal color to his advantage. His next position would be main dancer because I feel that from the get-go, without any training, he is the most developed dancer out of all the members while specializing in hip-hop, and I think with a year or two of training he'd be an exceptional dancer. The last position I gave him was leader because out of all of the members, he seems the most mature and gives off that I've got my shit together vibe. The second member I chose was Shawn Mendes because of the emotion he puts into his vocals, and he has really good agility in his voice, meaning he can easily switch between notes. He also has a very nice mixed and chest voice, but I think with a bit more training he could develop his head voice more. His position would be lead vocalist. The third member I chose was Chris Brown because he is an amazing performer that puts lots of emotion and charisma into his singing and dancing. And speaking of his dancing, they look pretty similar to a lot of third-generation K-pop boy group dances to me. His positions would be lead dancer, center, main vocalist because his vocals suit the group's concept the best. And hopefully if he laid off the drugs, his clownery would cease to continue. The fourth member is Chance the Rapper. I chose him because his rapping style and color reminds me a lot of J-Hope's, and that his singing voice is also quite good even though he doesn't do so that often. His positions would be lead rapper and sub-vocalist. The fifth member I chose is Troye Sivan. I chose him because he has a really developed tenor voice, but I feel like with training he'd be able to develop a falsetto or head voice instead of just being restricted to his chest voice. His positions would be visual and vocalist. The sixth member I chose was J. Cole. I know it sounds really weird for someone like him to be in a boy group, but I feel like he's one of the few Western talented male rappers in this generation that doesn't rely on a shit ton of autotune to make his song sound decent. He uses alliteration, assonance, figurative language, delivery, and other key components that make a talented rapper. His position would be main rapper. The seventh and final member is Charlie Puth. Charlie, in my opinion, has the most developed voice in this group. He has extreme control over his voice with very good musicality and an amazing falsetto. His position would be main vocalist. The company I chose was SM Entertainment because, in my opinion, SM has some of the best vocal trainers and vocalists in the K-pop industry, so I think if they trained there their singing skills would improve even more than they already are. Okay, this is the end of the video. My next video will be a girl group version of this video, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment your opinions about this lineup below. And remember to stay snatched.